Hi, I'm Mary Laverty, and this is the Life Balance Show. We've been having a lot of fun over the weeks. Every week, I try to give you an idea that you can use to stay connected to what's really important. And today, we're going to talk about something that's near and dear to all our hearts, connecting with the sense of romance. Now, when I talk about the sense of romance, I mean the big picture. Language, art, literature, lace, a glass of wine on the porch, sitting in front of a roaring fire with a cup of hot chocolate. Most of the time we talk about it in terms of partnership, and that's true, but it doesn't mean that we can't get the sense of romance even if we're not in partnership. I'm also very well aware that we don't all have great relationships or good relationships or even any relationships. But the fact of the matter is, when it comes to romance, most of us can do better. And we're going to talk about that today. I learned a little bit about this when I was speaking at a big healthcare conglomerate in Minneapolis. It was a wonderful day. It was all day. They got in groups. They'd debrief. They'd come back. We'd talk about life balance ideas. And then we got to this part where I told them to get in their groups and talk about what was the last romantic thing that you did. Everybody in the whole room goes like this. I said, no, like we've done all day. Get in your groups, come back, we'll talk about it. I get this. I said, move. So they get in their groups, they come back, and I said, okay, so what was the last romantic thing that you did? This intense interest in the top of their shoes reappears. Out of the corner of my eye, I see a man going like this. And I pounced on him. I said, yes, sir, what was the last romantic thing that you did? He said, well, I got a romantic card, and I sent it to my wife at her office, and I signed it, your secret admirer. And the whole crowd went, oh, and he went. He said, my wife called me at my office hysterical. She thought she'd gotten a card from a stalker. I said, oh, sir, I feel sorry. You really tried hard. Okay, so tell me, what did you learn from this? And he said, well, I learned that maybe it's time to step up the frequency of those romantic gestures if after 20 years my wife doesn't even recognize my handwriting. Well, about 3 months ago, I was speaking in Ohio to a group of educators, and a woman, probably in her late 50s, very attractive, came up to me and said, I want to tell you what I'm going to do as a result of your program. I said, listen, that is what I live for. What are you going to do? She said, you know, my husband had a stroke last year, and I go to work all day, I come home, I take care of him at night. It's very difficult on both of us. She said, when I heard that story, I realized we used to send each other cards, but I haven't sent him a card since he had a stroke. She said, you know, getting the mail every day is the highlight of his day. I have a new plan, a new ritual. He's going to get a romantic card in the mail every week. And I stood there thinking, indeed, perhaps it's time for all of us to step up the frequency of those romantic gestures. Whether it's buying yourself some roses or finding somebody that you really care about to send that note, to give that wink, to get a little bit of the sense of romance in your life. You know, we are a species that can enjoy the fine things in life. It's not supposed to all be about our to-do list. We're supposed to have that sense of romance. I hope you'll think about this week. Send this to your friends. Maybe send it to somebody you'd like to be romantic with. And in the meantime, when you can't keep up, connect.